And here we go. I'm going to show you some images, and I want you guys to think about what the images maybe have in common. So, what are the following items and what is their function? All right, obviously, that's a butterfly net. Those are shackles. That is a cup lid. Looks like from Starbucks, but can't be sure. That is a baseball mitt or a baseball glove. That is a fishing hook. That is a picket fence. And that is a dog leash. All right, so what do all of these items have in common? Well, they all keep things from escaping or getting away. And that brings us to our I can statement for the day. Today, I will recall the 5 types of hooks so I can write a hook for a speech. So let's look at hooks. What are hooks? Hooks are helpful oratory options for kickstarting speeches. All right, that's kind of my funny answer, but the real answer here is that hooks are opening sentences that immediately and quickly get your audience's attention. And that's important because if you don't, what can happen is your audience can tune you out and kind of get bored with what you're saying. So, a great way to avoid that is to give them something interesting up front to pay attention to. Hooks provide a more interesting opening than my speech is about, or I researched, and I promise somebody will begin their speech that way, even though I'm going over how to start a speech today. Someone will get up there and say, my speech is about, and that's not how you start a speech. Your hook is the first thing you'll say in your speech, but it should be one of the last things that you write. Well, why is that? You might be thinking. Well, you're going to want to write the body of your speech first. If you write the body of your speech first, it will guide you to what type of hook to use. And once you know which type of hook you want to use, it becomes much easier to write it and it kind of becomes more natural. If you try to start by writing your hook, then you kind of are locked into going the direction that your hook takes you rather than the other way around. Okay, so there are 5 hooks. Let's take a look at them. The first one is the image. One of the most effective ways to make a point is by using pictures. Pictures can do what words often cannot, and they can instantly provoke an emotional response. There are a couple of ways to create an image for the audience. 1, show a picture. Find a picture that illustrates a point you're trying to make and project that picture for your audience to see. 2, paint a picture. Now, you're not actually going to get up there and get a brush and an easel and canvas and paint. What you're going to do is you're going to describe a scenario and ask the audience to picture it in their minds. And in a lot of ways, this can be even more effective than showing them something. The next hook is the powerful quote. A powerful quote is a terrific way to introduce your topic through the use of someone else's ideas or words. Plus, a lot of the work's been done for you because someone already thought up the words that you're going to use. They already used them, they said them already. All you have to do is tie the quote to your topic. A quote is a great way to begin a biography speech. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You might want to remember that because you can use a quote from the figure that you'll be speaking about or a quote about that individual from someone else. The humorous hook. Humor can be a great way to engage your audience. Why? Well, people love to laugh, and if you can make them laugh early, they will listen more closely for a longer time because you might make them laugh again. Humorous hooks usually come in one of the two following forms. Either a joke should have a punchline that is quick and obviously funny, or a one-liner. A one-liner is a funny sentence or statement that sort of is its own punchline. Two guys walked into a bar. You would think the second one would have ducked. That's a one-liner. If you don't get that joke, ask me. I'll explain it. Okay, moving on. The stunner. Stunners need to amaze or shock the audience. There are a few different ways to stun the audience. Using interesting or strange facts, using comparisons, using examples to make your point, or including statistics or measurements, which is a little bit like comparisons. Keep in mind, if you are going to use a stunning statement, it has to actually be stunning or interesting. If it's not, then don't use it. Find something that makes the audience go, "Oh, wow, I didn't know that." And finally, the question. A good question forces your audience to consider possible answers that relate to your topic. You sort of trick the audience into thinking about your topic before you ever even lay out your topic in the thesis. Students gravitate towards using the question hook, but rarely do you guys actually use the question hook correctly. So I'm going to give you some pointers. Questions should make the audience think about your topic. They should be provocative. Questions should be designed to make a point, not get an answer. You're not up there asking the audience for their input or feedback in terms of them like raising their hands or shouting out answers. No, you are asking the question to get them thinking. This is called a rhetorical question. Never use closed questions. Closed questions are those that can be answered with a single word, like no or yes, because once they've answered, then they're not thinking about what you've asked anymore. They're moving on. Instead, try stems like how would or what could, and these are open-ended questions. All right, so now you know about hooks. You have some assignments on Canvas. Good luck.